What if I told you that the best way to protect yourself from a dangerous enemy is to introduce a tiny, harmless version of that enemy into your body on purpose? Sounds crazy, right? Like inviting a burglar over for tea just so you'll recognize them later. But that's exactly what vaccines do, and it's one of the most brilliant biological hacks humans have ever discovered. So, how does injecting you with a disease protect you from that disease? First, let's talk about your body's security system. Your immune system is basically a highly trained security team that patrols your body 24/7. This team has two main jobs: identify threats and eliminate them. But here's the thing. The first time a new threat shows up, your security team has no idea what they're dealing with. Imagine a burglar wearing a disguise your guards have never seen before. They might not realize it's a threat until it's already caused damage. Stolen valuables, broken windows, you get the idea. That's what happens when a virus or bacteria enters your body for the first time. Your immune system is playing catch-up. It takes time to figure out, oh, this is the bad guy. Here's what they look like. Here's how to stop them. Usually about 7 to 14 days. And during those 2 weeks, you're sick. Fever, chills, all the fun stuff. Your body eventually wins, but not before you've had a pretty rough time. But here's where it gets interesting. What if your security team could recognize the threat before it causes real damage? That's where vaccines come in. A vaccine is basically a training exercise for your immune system, a practice round, a fire drill, but for disease. Here's how it works. Vaccines contain either a dead version of a pathogen, a weakened version, or just a tiny piece of it, like a criminal's fingerprint or photo, but not the actual criminal. When this harmless version enters your body, your immune system still responds. Your security team still springs into action. They identify the threat, study its features, and create specialized weapons called antibodies. Think of antibodies as custom-made keys that fit perfectly into the locks on that specific virus or bacteria. When they connect, they neutralize the threat. But more importantly, your immune system files this information away. It's like taking a photo of the burglar and posting it in every guard station, creating a permanent record. The next time that real threat shows up, your body recognizes it instantly. Your immune system already has the antibodies on file. It can mass produce them within hours instead of days. The invader is neutralized before it can make you sick. You might not even notice you were exposed. Maybe you feel slightly tired for an afternoon. That's it. Now, you might be wondering, if it's just a harmless version, why do some people feel sick after vaccines? Great question. Let's clear this up. When you get vaccinated, you might feel tired, achy, or even get a mild fever. Some people feel totally fine, others feel like they got hit by a small truck. But here's the key thing. You're not sick from the vaccine. What you're feeling is your immune system doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's training, working out, building those antibodies. Think of it like muscle soreness after a workout. Your muscles aren't damaged, they're getting stronger. That soreness is part of the process. The symptoms from a vaccine are usually mild and last maybe a day or two. Compare that to the actual disease, which could last weeks and potentially cause serious complications. It's like choosing between a practice drill that makes you a little tired versus facing the real emergency completely unprepared. Most people choose the drill. Here's the surprising part, though. When you get vaccinated, you're not just protecting yourself. You're protecting people around you who can't get vaccinated. Some people have weakened immune systems from chemotherapy, age, or certain conditions. Babies are too young for many vaccines. These people rely on everyone else being vaccinated. This is called herd immunity, or community immunity if you want to sound less barnyardish. Here's how it works. If enough people are immune to a disease, the virus literally can't find enough hosts to spread. It hits dead ends everywhere. Imagine trying to start a wildfire when 95% of the forest is made of concrete. Good luck. The virus might briefly infect 1 or 2 people, but it can't create an outbreak. The chain breaks. The disease fizzles out. This is how we eradicated smallpox, a disease that killed 300 million people in the 20th century alone. Just gone, eliminated from the planet in 1980. Polio, which paralyzed thousands of children every year, reduced by 99% globally. But when vaccination rates drop, these diseases come roaring back. It only takes a few gaps in the community shield for outbreaks to start again. We've seen this happen in recent years with measles in places where vaccination rates declined. So getting vaccinated isn't just personal protection, it's being a good neighbor, a responsible community member. But let's address the elephant in the room. Let's be real. Vaccines can seem scary if you don't understand them. You're injecting something into your body. That deserves scrutiny. But here's what the science actually shows after literally billions of doses administered worldwide. Vaccines are among the most studied medical interventions in human history. Before any vaccine reaches the public, it goes through years of testing, multiple phases of trials, thousands of participants, rigorous safety monitoring. And the monitoring doesn't stop after approval. Systems track any adverse events. Researchers analyze millions of data points looking for patterns. Yes, side effects can occur, usually minor ones. Serious side effects are incredibly rare, like getting struck by lightning rare. Compare that to the diseases themselves. Measles causes brain inflammation in 1 out of 1,000 cases. Polio causes paralysis. Tetanus has a 10 to 20% death rate even with treatment. The math is pretty clear. The risks from vaccines are microscopic compared to the diseases they prevent. Every medical organization in the world, the WHO, CDC, medical associations in every country, all agree vaccines are safe and effective. Could millions of independent scientists worldwide all be wrong? Could every country be in on some conspiracy? Or is the simpler explanation that vaccines just work? Occam's razor suggests the latter. So, back to our original question. How does injecting you with a disease protect you from that disease? Simple. It doesn't inject you with the disease, it gives your immune system a practice round with a harmless version, a training session, a cheat sheet for the test. When the real threat arrives, your body is ready, armed, trained, unimpressed. Vaccines are humanity's way of hacking biology, and that hack has saved hundreds of millions of lives. So, the next time someone offers you a practice round, maybe take them up on it. Your immune system will thank you, and so will your neighbors. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel reach more curious minds like yourself. All right, that's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one.